Powerful and deadly lake effect snowstorm is still pounding parts of the Great Lakes area this morning, including western New York. Dangerous snow squalls have left parts of the Buffalo area buried under 5.5 feet of snow. Travel all but impossible in those areas. Winter storm and freeze warnings are in effect for the region, with the snow expected to continue through tomorrow in places. Tanya Rivero is in Buffalo. Tanya, good morning.
Good morning, Jeff. More than a foot of snow fell here in the Buffalo area. That's a historic record, but that is bringing snow totals in some parts, as you mentioned, of the Buffalo area up to 5 feet already this morning. The culmination of 36 hours of historic blizzard conditions here in western New York. Multiple New York counties are under a state of emergency. The National Guard is coming in today to help clear those treacherous roads. Several travel bans are in effect, including here in Buffalo, and officials are taking those travel bans seriously. They have issued already over 300 tickets to drivers ignoring the ban and often getting stuck. At least 2 deaths have been attributed to cardiac events related to shoveling this wet, heavy snow that is also hanging on tree branches and downing power lines. Thousands are without power this morning as temperatures are expected to plummet into the feel-like teens and single digits. Now, this historic lake effect storm is producing incredibly localized conditions. They vary significantly, not just from town to town, but actually from street to street. There will be periods of relative calm, followed by ferocious squalls that, of course, leave residents guessing. Buffalo's snow-filled football stadium shows clearly why tomorrow's Buffalo Bills game against the Cleveland Browns will now be played in Detroit. Now, the last time that happened was 8 years ago when this area experienced another historic lake effect storm that killed 14 people and stranded thousands of drivers. Governor Hochul is expected to make her way to Buffalo today. The Bills are also expected to make their way out on their way to Detroit. However, it remains to be seen if anyone gets in or out of Buffalo, with the streets still impassable and the Buffalo airport buried under a foot of snow this morning, and all flights canceled. Jeff?
Tanya, I got to tell you, Jeff's from there. So you've done a wonderful job, and I do not want to make light of the weather there. I know it's serious. But next time I say we just send Jeff and we don't make you stand out in all of that.
I mean, I'm happy to go. Tanya, great job, by the way.
Yeah.
But great point about the localized effects, because my mom texted me and said, Jeff, you have to correct for the record. I'm in Tonawanda. We got 1 to 2 inches of snow
crazy.
At last reports. And
That's
meanwhile,
right.
Orchard Park has, 5, 6 feet. So it really all depends on where you are. But getting colder, it can be very different.
Yeah, and people do with lake effect snow understand in those areas how different it can be.